Hello, welcome back. Box1 here, and today I finally got out to the half-price books again that stocks with these massive 2.5 pound Lego buckets, and I got one for $20. Now, I looked through about 10 of them, probably 10 to 15 actually, and this one had by far the most minifigures and stuff. Mainly this ski part that I needed as well. It has two of those. I need two of them. So that's another big drawing force. But it has a lot of minifigures, as you can even just see from here. And some cool parts. So I'm going to be opening this up. And let's see what is inside. I peeled the tab off. Now we just have to bend it open. And look at that. You can already see there's some nice stuff in there. There's a flag. Obviously, a lot of this needs to be washed. But yeah. There's parts to the droid. I forget what the thing is, but it has the big printed eye piece in here. I saw that. I think this may actually be it. Yeah, there we go. There's some cool pieces in here. Let's dump it. Big base plate. I actually may have that base plate. I think that goes to a police department set. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff. You can already see some minifigures. So I'm gonna get sorting, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we're done. I have spent about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, sorting and researching some pieces, and this is what I've got. These are all the miscellaneous pieces, and there's still some interesting ones in here, but they're just ones that I thought weren't as interesting. You can kind of see some of them in here. I'll dig through them for a second so you can see how many there are. There are a good amount, obviously. 2.5 pounds of Lego, so a good amount there. These are pieces that I need to wash. These are ones that are non-Lego or badly damaged. And then this is like older pieces. Some partially complete builds. This is Chima. Don't know what this is. And then we have, I don't know why I have this there. I'm just going to take this apart. And yes, of course, we found a dime. So 10 cents off the $20. This is all the good stuff. The actually interesting stuff here, and I'm going to start with some printed pieces and just some cooler pieces. These are just some Chima pieces that I found interesting, like these big fire pieces and these wing pieces. Found a rubber band, Lego rubber band. Some more printed pieces like this. This goes to the droid, I think it's a Tri-Fighter. I got two different Lego hauls within these bins with two different sets of this, but I still don't have a complete set, unfortunately. Here's the clone insignia tile, crafting tabletop, oops, old Harry Potter, I think, piece there. Some more stuff like this. Cool little shield in trans light blue. Some more Chima stuff in the other trans light blue pieces. Some minifigure stands, always need those. Some antenna in the dark bluish gray. Printed pieces like this. This is Ninjago. Star Wars here. And then this is the piece Emmett would have on his back for Lego Movie. Stretcher wheels, which I have an extra stretcher, so that'll be good. Some set numbers there. I looked them up. I don't have any of the pieces to them, really. Here we have a, I forget what that is called, but a hyena droid, I think? Not a hyena. One of the big droids for Star Wars, Clone Wars time. X-Wing piece, or Y-Wing piece, came in multiple. These are just pieces that I needed to complete sets, or to nearly complete sets. One of them being this old battle pack, and then the other being this Walker polybag, which I needed to swap out some pieces for. As you can see with the pieces on, I need, I think, 3 pieces to complete that, and 4 pieces to complete that set. Or, besides the figures, of course. I have the figure for this one, don't have the figures for this one. That was an old battle pack. But, moving on, we have a lot of interesting accessories, which I'll show first. This one being probably my second favorite. First favorite being this large, older axe piece there. I think that's a Kai's golden weapon. And then there's some Stone Warrior stuff. A lot of Ninjago. This, I don't know what that's from, but it exists. I got 2 complete battle droids, so that's great. I love battle droids, getting them. Surfboard, I think that's probably Friends. Chima, just don't have the head for it. And then we have, this is probably the most interesting out of all the torsos, or just normal torsos. I forget what her name is, but the Fright Knight's female witch lady, which is very good. Put that with the axe, because I think they probably go together. Have one of these ghost guys. I forget his name, but he is cool. I just don't have the purple hat. Some more heads. There's some... this guy, the guy with the monocle, is the Monster Fighters character. A Monster Fighters character. Try and focus. Oops. He's rolling away. I have Newt Gunray's head now, so that's pretty cool. Don't have the rest of the figure. I once had the chance to get him for a good price, but I passed it up for some reason. We do have Darth Vader's helmet with the old Darth Vader head inside the helmet when I found it, and that really surprised me, because I don't have any old Darth Vaders, surprisingly. This guy, I forget his name, Zek maybe? I don't remember, but I looked him up earlier. He's a nice little rebel pilot. Old blue bandana kind of thing for a pirate. Just pirate hat. Put that with the old stuff, I guess. Then we have more Ninjago stuff, like this Chen headpiece. Oops, keep dropping things. Which is really cool. I really like that headpiece. Always have. And then, also, Lasha, I think it is. A cool snake. Y-Wing piece from, I think, 2014. And just some overall cool stuff. 2 Death Watch... Well, not Death Watch, but I think... Actually, yeah, they are Death Watch Mandalorian helmets. There was a Mandalorian head in one of the other buckets there. As I said earlier, I looked through around like 15. And there were the head in there. I'm guessing there was probably a complete one somewhere. But I have now a jetpack and 2 helmets. So, close to... Not even close to completing one, but someday I will. Well, that's basically it for all of this stuff. There are some cooler things like this little old brown piece there, and just some other interesting things around. But overall, that's pretty much it. Dinosaur head. But I do hope you enjoyed. I definitely think this is probably my second best of these hauls. From these bucket hauls, that is. I did get some vintage ones, and I definitely liked those. But from these buckets, this is definitely the second best. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. If you were wondering, the first best is the one where I got the Shadow Arf torso. Anyway, again, goodbye.